Away from football now, presidential aspirant of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, Rosa Collins, has refused to back down after the Ministry of Sports affirmed her rival, Ibrahim Gusau, as the president of the AFN. Collins has questioned the rationale for the ministry to cancel the rerun elections into the various sporting federations last week. Delegates for the AFN elections, Gymnastics Federation, and the Taekwondo Federation were already gathered in Abuja at the Abuja National Stadium last Thursday for the elections, only to be told that the rescheduled polls had been cancelled. The decision to hold the rerun elections emanated from verdicts of the Election Appeals Committee, which cancelled the 13th of June General Federation elections that produced Ibrahim Gusau as the president. Heard by the reverse decision by the Sports Ministry, Collins described the incident as abnormal and she wants justice to be done. How she's going to do that now, I do not know. Joining us via phone is a man regarded as the best track and field coach in Nigeria, former president of the Athletics Federation, Tony Urhobo. Glad to have you join us, Tony.
Yeah, glad to have you too. Thank you.
Well, all does not seem well with your sport, and despite the inauguration of a new board, Collins is not giving up. Does she have any choice in this matter?
Well, I cannot speak for her, but at the same time, I know that there is a body that is given the responsibility to take charge of sports in the country, and that's in the Sports Ministry in Abuja. And hopefully, if things are put right, they are in a position to make such decisions. And you would recall that at the beginning of the whole exercise, everyone was assembled and told in particular that if you have any reservations about the decisions of the arrangements that have been put on ground, there is a protest committee. And once you go to that committee, their decision is final, and sports issues will not be taken into court. So I think you should expand all available chances to put her case up before that committee. And if the Sports Commission makes a final decision...
Now, Tony, does the minister have such powers to uphold a result in a matter adjudicated by an election appeals committee, nullified by the committee?
It's the same committee that has reversed the decision. Isn't that?
It's the ministry.
Now, the ministry is in charge of that. They set up that committee. Look, can you be above the powers that put you in the position? That's the question we must ask. The ministry set up that committee, and under the guidelines that were provided, organized an election. And if they find out that certain things went wrong, they can reverse any decisions that have been made by that same committee. That's the way I see it.
Now, in the heat of all these athletics, in the heat of all of these, the Athletics Federation could not attend the African and the World Juniors in 2 months. What does this mean for us? I mean, a tournament that has produced some of the best athletes we've had.
Well, I think, again, this has always been a problem for our country. We wait until the last minute before we make any moves to put things right. If you would ask me, definitely I would have said that the year has ended for any of our competitions. There's no need rushing into competitions in which we are not prepared for. So let's put our acts together, sit down, and then organize a proper competition period for our country. As far as I'm concerned, all these rush issues that are going on now would be a waste of resources. That's the fact. The year has ended. We are not prepared for most of these events. So let us sit down and put our acts together and prepare for the new sessions that are coming in. That's my opinion.
Thank you very much there, Tony Urhobo, former president of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. Well, that will be all of sports at this time.